Yo, 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 what up, 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 what up. Oops. Yo, 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 what's up, what's up, what's up? Sorry, we are trying something new today. Trying something new. Well, not really new, but let me know if the quality's a lot better. Let me know if I sound all right. I mean, I don't have my filters on for my mic, so let me know if I just sound okay for now. Yeah, so there are a lot going on, man. I mean, 10-1. I mean, that game yesterday was so crazy. It was so nuts. It was just, I thought we dug ourselves kind of a deep hole at that point to where we really couldn't get out of it. You know, it was kind of nuts, but I'm glad that we won. You know, we did it up. What's going on, Rich? Says Raiders released cornerback Marcus Peters. Chris says we are the gauntlet. That is true, man. That is true. I mean, I gotta say, like, the first half. I mean, what was it? I mean, Josh Allen had over 200 yards. I think he had like 40 rushing yards at that point, and we still won the game, dude. I think like Hurts was like 4 for 11 or something. Like it was bad. It was a really bad first half. You know, it's crazy, dude. Reggie says, I still think veteran running back will be released in the first week of December. What do you mean by that? You still think a veteran running back will be released in the first week? What do you mean? There's a lot of shit going on with, like, I mean, this week we got the Niners, so I mean, there's gonna be a lot of shit going on this week. And I honestly think, guys, that the Niners, you're going from Patrick Mahomes to Josh Allen to Brock Purdy. I think this is the game where the Eagles are actually going to be comfortable in this game. I could be wrong, but I feel like Brock Purdy just doesn't scare me at all. I feel like this is and I'm hoping to God that I'm wrong about it. I'm hoping I'm absolutely wrong about it, but I'm hoping at like this. I'm not saying this is gonna be an easy game at all, but I'm saying like for me, I feel like it's you know, of course the Niners have good offensive line, good weapons. I don't question all that. The quarterback is what I question. I don't give a shit what the record is, because what makes the Eagles different from other teams is what I've heard a million times, and I totally believe it, is the Eagles could beat you in a million different ways. All these other teams need precise play calling. They need to work within a certain player, or there's got to be some type of formula to beat other teams. I feel like with the Eagles, it's just so different. I feel like it's very different in a lot of cases. You know what I mean? That's what I think. We'll see, though. We got Michaela Cox with the super chat. Thank you so much. Says, Joey, does yesterday make you feel better? Well, I mean, yeah, it does. I mean, look, at the end of the day, this is how the Eagles are going to play every week. The Eagles are going to play like this every single week. That's just what they do. When the Eagles trail in games, they automatically win. I mean, it's just that's just the facts. That's just the total facts. I don't like what BrianJohnson does. I don't like how he uses when he 3-4 carries with DeAndre Swift in the first half. I mean, it's ridiculous. Pass happy way too much. So it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Second half, it looks like a totally different team. Offensively, it does. Makes me feel better. I know the Eagles have talent. The talent's not the question. Is like some of the play calling is just, it's not in the favor. That's all. So, Brandon, did you see my first comment? I did not. No. I did not. And it's hard for me to go back up all the way, so just post it again. Colby said, Joey, I think we should be a hard pass on Reich, and I'll be honest, Leonard visiting the Cowboys, I don't know if I want him on the team after. It's kind of, hold on, I can't read all this. I have to, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to, I just got to lower it because that's what happens. Joey, I think it should be a hard pass on Reich. And I'll be honest, Leonard visiting the Cowboys first. I don't know if I want him on the team after that. It's kind of like you made your choice, live with it. Well, the rumors are with that whole entire thing is that he knows a lot of players on the Cowboys, but maybe what Josina Anderson did say today actually, that the Eagles are garnering a lot of interest for him. And apparently they didn't have really that much interest in him before when he was available. That was what was said. It wouldn't surprise me if Frank Reich got a job in Philadelphia as an assistant to BrianJohnson. It wouldn't shock me. You know what I mean? And it's already enough. It already kind of surprised me that Frank Reich only had a year with that team. Just 1 year. Not much to really go over, you know? I mean, I hate when head coaches get their first head coaching job into a bad situation and they literally don't give them the whole year. I mean, I thought Reich was going to have at least one more year with the Panthers, but I guess not. So I think obviously he's going to be an offensive coordinator. He won't be a head coach anymore. He's been a head coach twice already, and it's pretty much going to be done. But we'll see. I wouldn't mind it. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. Chris Corbin, you're in the super chat. Thank you so much, man. So would you bring in Reich as? Yeah, like I said, it's all about I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe help out the offense, maybe on specific. I think they definitely need help in the first half of these football games. These first halves are killing us. They're just killing us. Pass happy, no usage of DeAndre Swift. You use Swift for the first quarter, then he's not in the second quarter. They just they saved their good plays for the second half. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. It's just a 10-1 team, and we're bitching about play calling right now. It's like it's unheard of at this point. But appreciate the super, by the way. It's literally unheard of. It's unheard of. What's going on, Loyal? How's it going, man? Cameron says, Joeyshakes72, hey, if BrianJohnson got a head coaching job, who would you want as an offensive coordinator replacement? I don't know who's going to be available. I don't know who else is going to be available. Who's going to get fired? Who's going to be available? I mean, obviously, I would love Eric Bieniemy, obviously, but that would never happen. It's not going to happen now. I'd have to see. BrianJohnson apparently is like a top candidate for a head coaching job. It's crazy, dude. Like, we can't even hold on to an offensive coordinator. I mean, we can't. Some coordinators stay, like Bieniemy stayed with Kansas City for a while. He stayed with Kansas City for a bit. But the defensive coordinator in Kansas City has been there for 5 years. Like, we can't even hold we really can't even hold anybody at this point. It sucks. But I mean, coming off a Super Bowl last year and you're 10-1 right now, it's literally unheard of. It's literally unheard of. Brandon Peck says the Eagles game against the Seahawks might be moved to that Monday. So we have 49ers, we have the Niners, we have the Cowboys, and then we have the Seattle Seahawks. It might be a Monday night game. They might add another primetime game. I mean, that's cool. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it's number one. I mean, it's extra rest. It's extra rest for that week. So I'm all for getting into 9-10. I'm all for getting some extra rest. 9-10 days. I'm fine with that. If that's what they want to do. So, hey, I mean, that's pretty cool though. I wouldn't mind it at all. The Fandalorian says Tepper is the worst owner in the NFL. Trade McCaffrey, didn't trade Burns, picked Young over Stroud, paid Matt Rule $72 million, fired Reich after 11 games. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Apparently, the players found out about the firing on social media. Like, they fired Frank Reich without telling the players first. They had a meeting after the fact. After the fact, they had a meeting. It kind of like that's not how you do it, man. That's how you ruin. That's how you ruin a locker. To be honest, dude, here's one move I think the Eagles will definitely make next year. I think, okay, and I'm saying this. I think the Eagles will make a move for Brian Burns next year. I do. I think they'll make a move for him. So I think that's definitely on the table right now. Lois is all as well. Yo, boys handling business. Yo, your quarterback's handling some business, bro. It's a big future, man. Big future for you guys. So very happy for you and to Miko Ryans, man. Looking like a really good head coach. Kevin Patula would be hired from within as the next OC. Yeah, I don't know. Patullo's the passing game coordinator, right? He's the passing game guy from the Colts. I think he's worked with Nick before. When Nick was with the Colts. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man. Like BrianJohnson, and it's going to be very, very interesting. The only thing I ask for BrianJohnson as of right now, the only thing that I do ask is do not talk to teams right now. Like, got to be focused on this team. Like, I hate this shit when the good teams or, teams start to, other teams start to talk to the Eagles on their coaching staff, and there's illegal tampering going on, and all this stupid shit starts going on. And the one thing I don't want is a mistake like that to happen, where Jonathan Gannon literally was not even focused on the Eagles from the NFC Championship game to the Super Bowl. And that's what you get out of that whole entire situation, which really sucked. So hopefully I am... hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it doesn't happen, because it wouldn't be good. Wouldn't be good. Reese's Ken Dorsey. Jay So Cool says, how are we going to mess around and let Cowboys get Leonard? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, look, Zach Cunningham's hurt right now. I don't know what they're going to do. I honestly have no idea what they're going to do. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping they can get him. I mean, I don't know what other linebackers are available right now. I have no idea what other linebackers are actually available. I have to check the free agent list if there's an updated free agent list on linebackers, because the Eagles had what's his name? Another linebacker the Eagles lost because of he went going to the Cowboys. Rashad Evans backed out of his practice squad contract to sign with the Cowboys, literally. I mean, he backed out of that contract pretty quick. Reese says, Seahawks are a bad team. They will not help against the Cowboys this Thursday. No. We got to take care of our own business, Rich. We got to take care of our own business to do our thing. That's the problem. But we're not the Cowboys fans. We don't rely on... I mean, look, it's cool just to watch another game. They are taking hours of their day to watch the Eagles play and literally waste their whole day away watching the Eagles literally become victorious every single week. It's what they all been doing the whole time. Cole said Eagles need to use more misdirection and play action in their offense, all which would be built off the run, of course. Yeah, kind of what they do with the double running back sets they do in the second half, which is pretty good. You know what I mean? I like how they use two running backs in the backfield. I think that's awesome. Colin says, I don't think BrianJohnson is the guy, but I appreciate what Reich did for us, but different team, QB and Dynamic. Yeah, I mean, you can't really compare too much. You can't compare offensive coordinators. You can't say if you put Reich in this offense. Sorry, if I'm rubbing my nose, my allergies are kind of crazy. You can't say if you put Reich in this offense, it's going to be successful. And, you know what I mean? You can't just do that. Can't just say that because you don't know. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Reggie says, Dallas Goedert injury watch. Dallas Goedert's a big chance he's going to be back. Big chance he's going to be back this week. Pushing to play this week. So it should be interesting. Ronnie says, I can't believe the Winers get an extra 4 days off. That's fine. Let them. I don't care. The Cowboys are going to have an extra couple days. The 49ers have some extra time. The Eagles are tired. They're banged up. They played a tough game on Sunday. They played a tough game, and they'll be ready. Let me tell you something. This game's at home, which is good. It's at home. There's a lot of built aggression towards this game with the Eagles beating and putting away Brock Purdy last year in the NFC Championship game. The 49ers have been literally talking their shit since literally at the end of last year to this past offseason. And a lot of people have this game circled on their calendar. A lot of people have this game circled on their calendar. So, we'll see what happens. But, of course, that'll come when we pass. Sometimes we pass. Sometimes pass. There's no check down option. It's probably just Hurts trying to look for a bigger play most of the time. I mean, it's either Hurts trying to look for a bigger play, because there was a couple. I know that they got Swift on a check down, I think only once, but I mean, it just depends how they have everybody lined up, and depends on the down, depends on the situation, what they need. Christian Gann was house shopping the week of the that's what he was. He was house shopping the week of the Super Bowl. And I felt like his heart just wasn't in it because he got outcoached. He got outcoached. This team is fucking crazy, dude. It's nuts. I mean, I've never seen a team like we're the total opposite of last year. We had a high-powered offense last year, and the defense, and Jonathan Gannon was literally giving offenses life. We were letting teams come back last year after scoring so many points. This year's the total opposite. Now we're trailing in games, and the Eagles are coming back, breaking hearts. We're breaking hearts. Cole said, I thought Leonard was more of an edge rusher than an off-ball linebacker. Nah, he's a little bit of both. He's more of a linebacker. But you could still use him to shoot the gap and do some crazy things with him. He's very physical. But I don't know what his health is like since last year. He's only played 70% of the snaps for the Colts as of right now. He's been underutilized in that defense, hence Leonard. Leonard was at the Colts game the other day. They just cut him and they did like a big video on him. Like Leonard was actually at the Colts game, which is kind of crazy. Like a player that gets cut, you wouldn't even expect to see that. Michaela says, Joey, do you have faith yesterday or lose at some point? I got extremely nervous. I got really, I think after the Eagles threw the pick, the deflection pick on that stupid screen pass they tried to do. I mean, they literally threw on 2 downs, and the first 2 downs off, a really good stop on the Bills. And then when he threw that deflection interception, I thought it was like we were digging ourselves a big hole because they scored, and then it was like, man, we're down. And, the game I knew the game wasn't over. Like, the Eagles were still in it. It was a 2-score game. But at the same time, like, I was afraid they were going to make more mistakes. That's where I was kind of like getting a little crazy for the moment. So, Ray says, Joey, are you surprised with the wet football and wet field? Not either team tried to onside kick yesterday. A little bit. I mean, it does a lot. There's a lot on the line when you try to do an onside kick. I don't see a lot of teams doing that, especially now. It's very rare unless obviously you are down and you need to get the ball back and you have no time and you can't, you have no timeouts or there's not enough time left and you have to kick an onside kick to get a quick possession if you could do it. But I don't see it happening a lot. No, I don't. It's very risky. Jock says, hey, what's going on, Jock? Says, hey, Joey, because Bill's AFC team, is that why they sat Lane out? Yeah, I think they sat Lane out, and I think Lane could have played, but we really need him for the next 2 games. Like, we really, if the Eagles, just say, I'm not saying I want this to happen, just say the Eagles win against the 49ers and say they split with the Cowboys, okay? The Cowboys are still going to be a game back, which means that the Eagles have a remaining schedule of Seattle, the Giants, the Cardinals, and the Giants. And I think the Eagles can run the table. I think the Eagles can run the table. I don't. And the Cowboys still have. The Cowboys still have to play Detroit. The Cowboys still have to play Miami. Like, they still have a few teams they still got to face. You know? So, I think more, like I said, the Bills are an AFC opponent. It doesn't matter, but it does matter because it's record at the end of the day still. The record helps for the number one seed. I mean, it doesn't help for conference wins or the division or something like that. So, you need Lane for the future of this season. Sure. You need Lane for the rest of this season and the playoffs. We can't. I mean, Lane played really good on that groin injury last year, but he's had 2 ankles the past few years. He's had 2 ankle injuries that have left him to be out. You know, Jack Driscoll didn't play a bad game at all. I thought Jack Driscoll actually played pretty damn good. Yeah, he made a few mistakes, but I think he was a lot better, which I was really shocked, really surprised. Really surprised. I'll try to get through some of these. Let's see here. For all we know, Joe said, if I had to pick who I would like to beat more, San Francisco or Dallas, I'd pick San Francisco because Dallas will lose to Miami and Buffalo and maybe Detroit. Oh, yeah, they have Buffalo, too. I keep forgetting. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we play the AFC East this year. So, yeah, like I said, I think San Francisco is that's going to be a big win for the Eagles. Because not saying, oh, well, we can afford to not play against the Cowboys or anything like that. Just say if they do split with the Cowboys, the Cowboys are still going to be a game behind. Cowboys will still be a game, so the Cowboys have to, they have to start winning a lot, see how long their luck is going to last playing bad teams into good teams to see what happens there. So, we'll find out. Tanner Great says, so many glasses filled with Bill fan tears. Sean says, Joey, would you bring Sue back? Oh, yeah. I don't know what's going on with Fletcher Cox right now. I have no idea. I didn't hear any report on Cox this morning. Pause. That was bad to say. I haven't really heard much on him. Spot C Shop says, Joey, do the first half play calling remind you of when Nick was calling it? You know what? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, because, we didn't run the football in the first half, barely, with the right running back. Kind of reminded me of that, definitely. Pass happy, not running the ball enough. A little bit. I remember that. Michael says, several months ago I suggested Kyle Van Noy. He is now starter with the Kyle Van Noy was available. Rashad Evans was available. The Eagles picked him up, but then he backed out of his practice squad contract to play somewhere else. Nakobe Dean, I don't know when the hell he's coming back. When is he coming back? Cunningham's got the hamstring. You have Nicholas Morrow. We got to invest in linebackers, bro. We got to invest. I'm not saying give a linebacker a big-ass contract, but, I mean, they really have to invest in that position. I think what they really should do, Nolan Smith has got to get cross-trained out to linebacker. I mean, as an off-ball guy, I mean, seriously. I mean, he did it in Georgia. We have to get Nolan Smith to Sam linebacker or something at this point because Nolan Smith is really doing nothing this year. He hasn't done much of anything. Barnett's not even here, and he's getting more snaps. He's not really doing much of anything, and I really hope that he does something into his second year. We might not be. I know he got a hand on Josh Allen the other night. Just he was just out of range. Sierra Torres says, Joey, should we sign Reddick till retirement? I think he's got one more year in Philadelphia. One more year. He's going to hit double-digit sacks. It's going to happen. He's at 8.5 sacks right now. I mean, he's got double digits every single year. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Max says, Joey, I heard that they're trying to keep Swift fresh for the playoffs. That's why they're not using him. No, I get that whole thing. I totally get it. The problem I have with it is that why do they do the same? They do the same formula every single week. They use Swift in the first quarter, depending on how many times it is. Could be 3, could be less. Second quarter, they don't use him. But I like how they've been using more Boston Scott. They've been using Kenneth Gainwell had one good run into the I thought he had one good run the other day. but he fumbled the fucking ball, which really pissed me off. Like we were going downfield, ready to score. We were fine. And then one little mistake just cost us another drive. I mean, the Bills ran 26, 27 more plays than the Eagles the other day. The Bills ran another 26 plays last night, and the Eagles still won the game. I mean, that's just insane. That's just crazy, dude. Crazy shit. Gerard says, yes, Jordan Davis played great chasing Allen like Bear just woke up from hibernation. Dude, he's amazing. Jordan Davis did good against the run. Like, I thought he was fantastic. He clogged up the middle. I thought he did good. He's immovable, man. Like, you're not running through Jordan Davis. When he was chasing Josh Allen like that, and he was probably winded after that play, it was just kind of crazy. It was crazy. Jock said, they need to sign Swift to long-term now. He is what Eagles are about. I know the Eagles don't re-sign running backs. They don't sign running backs to big contracts, but maybe he's not going to get a huge contract. Letting Swift walk is going to be a big mistake. It's going to be a huge mistake. You got to pick one here. It's either you're going to sign one long-term or you're going to go into the draft and sign one early and draft one early, which they're definitely not going to do. They're definitely not going to do. That ain't going to happen. So, Eagles fan says Nolan Smith overcommits. He's not ready. No, I don't think he's ready this year. I think he should be cross-trained from defensive end to obviously outside linebacker. That's what I think they should do with him. Richard, Alex Singleton is making plays in Denver. Yeah, I mean, they're playing a lot better. I don't know. Did Denver win the other day? I mean, I know they've won, 4 or 5 games straight, so I'm not sure. Nolan Smith 100% needs to be off ball. Fits his skill set a lot better. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that. Philly D says, well, it's working. 10-1. I know. I'm never going to be a fan of the play calls. I'm never going to be a fan of BrianJohnson, what he does on specific plays and the stupid screen passes and just being pass happy at times. Not running this offense through DeAndre Swift is probably one of the biggest reasons. Like, I feel like Swift just brings, when Swift has a big run, like that second half, not the first series we had. First series we did nothing, 3 and out. But that second series we ran Swift to the left side, outside zone, and look what happened, man. Big play. Then in the overtime, the last drive, Swift had the one before Jalen Hurts put in the end zone himself to win the ball game. My God, man. The change of direction Swift has. Swift went to the mid. He was going to rush through the middle. He stopped. He went to the other. He just changed his direction on a dime. It's absolutely insane, dude, what Swift can do. When we traded for Swift, we knew what we were getting. Okay? We knew what we were getting with DeAndre Swift. And really the big question was, how is the coaching staff going to use him? And I thought they used him really well. Chris Scott, what's going on, man? He says, Swift and Smith need to get signed long-term deals. At least 3 years for Swift, 4 years for Smith. So, Devontae Smith is going to be up for a contract extension next year. I'm sorry. They have to re-sign A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. There's no doubt. There's no doubt they have to do it. It's not stupid. I mean, the Green Bay Packers did that shit for a long time with Nelson and forgot the other guy's name. They got to keep those two in Philadelphia. There's just no way. Any linebackers on the... Yeah, Christian Ellis is not bad. Like, Christian Ellis, Van Sumeren from Michigan State, he's another one. He's been playing a lot more special teams. But Christian Ellis didn't really play that bad. I didn't think he played that bad at all. I thought he actually played pretty damn well, to be honest. Christian Ellis didn't do a bad job. For him just going in... Christian Ellis is fast. Like, Christian Ellis is probably the fastest linebacker we had. Kobe Dean, man, I'm giving him multiple chances. It's fine. Like, I hope he becomes a better player, but his health is just, Jesus. He's been hurt 3 times, 2 times on IR this year. So, Drew says we could really use Shaq Leonard if he could turn back the clock a few years for us. Yeah, I mean, look, things could change. He could end up with the Philadelphia. I'm actually gonna see how hard he's gonna push for Leonard. If Leonard leaves Dallas without a deal tomorrow, then we'll see what happens. But it's gotta give it time. Reese, any chance the Panthers will cut release Miles Sanders? No, and he's been injury prone this year too. Miles Sanders has been averaging what? Less than 3.1 yards a carry, plus he hasn't been healthy. It's not a good year. So, EC1 says, Hurts not leaving without a Super Bowl as trophy case. Also, Joey shows me if Gann made adjustments, Hurts would have went down and scored the Super Bowl. I think they would have scored. I think they would have. But woulda, coulda, shoulda, it's done. It's over with. I don't care. We need to win the chip this year. That's all I care about. So, I don't care about last year. It's done. You know what I mean? Private McConkey says, Joey, Sills thinks that Sirianni is the reason why the offense is so bad the first half because they said it looks like the same thing from 21. Oh, here's the thing. Like, when they came out of the tunnel, like, when they got back, when they came back from the second half, remember the reporter was like, oh, Sirianni talked about that he held the players accountable and the coaches have to look themselves in the mirror. I think there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Like, Nick always says good things about BrianJohnson and Sean Desai, like, all the time, and you don't want to throw these guys under the bus because it's not right. But I think things do happen behind the scenes, especially, in the half when they have to make those adjustments. I think those things do happen. So we'll see. Chris says, would you sign Marcus Peters? I mean, I don't know. I mean, they could, but I think they're fine. I think they're fine. I think they're fine right now. I mean, if you want extra depth, if you sign him, then you have to let go of somebody. Like, I think they're fine right now. I think Bradbury had his best game of the season this year. Statistically, he played fantastic. Not even just the pick that he had. Bradbury had a good game. Even Slay had a pretty damn good game, too. Drew said, Nolan Smith runs 4.3 and has a 40-inch vert. Let him run sideline to sideline and teach him how to cover. I think putting him at Sam linebacker is going to be the best thing that ever happened to him. Maverick says, hey, Joe, do you think we should bring in Frank Reich at this point? If they want to, I have no issue with it. As like an offensive consultant, an assistant, I have no issue with it, Rick said, when Kelsey retires, the Eagles will be paying penny on the dollar for center Juergens on his rookie deal. There is Devontae Smith's long-term contract money. The Eagles will be paying penny on the dollar for center. Juergens on his rookie deal. There is Devontae Smith's long-term. We can't think about this now. Really, to be honest with you, like, we don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know what moves they're going to make. We don't know what trades they're going to make. There's a lot of things going on. Like, the one thing we can't, when you think things are impossible, they're never impossible when it comes to Howie Roseman, the contracts, and what he does with the numbers. The numbers are always going to be fine. I'm not worried about contracts. I'm not worried about numbers because I feel like Howie, literally look at, everybody said, oh, once we sign Jalen Hurts, we can't make any more moves. Jalen Hurts is signed between this year and next year. His cap hit is only like $19 million, which is nothing. Nothing. His cap hits are nothing. Signing a quarterback to the various cap hits are nothing for this team. I think his last year is his most expensive season, which Hurts will never see. That the Eagles will never see that dead cap from Hurts' last year on the Eagles as on the roster because they're probably going to extend him by that time. So we'll never see that. I would love Frank Reich to come back. Jeff says if the Eagles wanted Leonard, he would already be signed. He's going to Dallas. We'll see what happens. It doesn't mean anything. He can go to Dallas. Let him go to Dallas. It's fine. That's his problem at the end of the day. John P. said, I can't wait for Sunday. I've wanted to put it to the Niners since we beat their ass in the playoffs. I believe we'll be seeing them again, too. Yeah, we might see them another time. We might see them again. It's a big chance. You know what I mean? Philly 416, what's going on, dude? John Mack says, do you think 49ers will beat us? No. I don't think they're a huge threat as everyone thinks they are. They're obviously a good team. They got healthy. They had that period where they didn't have Trent Williams. They didn't have Debo because of the hairline fracture. So they were definitely struggling for 3 games. Didn't really play that great, but they're starting to get healthy and starting to look good. Brock Purdy, we just faced Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Okay, Brock Purdy, it just doesn't scare it just doesn't scare me. Brock Purdy doesn't scare me. Once he's, and I don't care how perfect, I don't care what receivers he has or whatnot, but Brock Purdy is the weak link to that offense. That quarterback is the weak link to that offense. You know? I think this is a game where the Eagles can get separation for once this season. But we'll see. Sean says, Philly Shake, great Eagles content, man. Keep it going. I appreciate it so much, Sean. Thank you so much, man. But I also said that they swing or losing Johnson next year. Adam, first said this morning, him and line coach are top 2. Yeah, BrianJohnson is like the number 1 hot candidate to be a head coach next year. I mean, we'll see how that goes, but ROG says Marcus Peters is done. Barnett signs with the Houston, but he's done. Frank Reich come home as a consultant. Yeah, I don't care. Marcus Peters he's got to be in his 30s, right? I mean, he's got to be what? Marcus Peters. Like I know, I hear Marcus Peters' name, like, man, it's an old ass player that probably hasn't done much. But you think BJ will become a head coach? I think he will. It could be after this year. Just really depends on what he wants. If he's ready for it or he wants to be in Philly for one more year. Philly for said, happy victory Monday, Joey and Eagles Nation. We are 10-1, dude. We are great. Chris says, Jalen strikes me as a guy who would take pay cuts like Brady. Well, that's the reason why the Patriots were able to keep, to get rosters together every single year because of Brady taking pay cuts. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, Hurts is making his money right now, and we'll see what happens down the line. You know what I mean? Sean says, Philly Shake, I hope Eagles draft 2 beast linebackers, man, next year. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think they're going to in the early rounds. So Green Blaze, the Fly Eagle, what's going on, dude? Thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Joey, you think we should get Frank Reich? I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me at all. You're like the 3rd person to super chat this today. Everybody wants Frank Reich. All the Eagle fans are like, oh, my God, hire Frank Reich as the new OC. I'm like, dude, they're not firing. They're not going to demote or fire BrianJohnson. It ain't going to happen. It is not going to happen. But as a consultant, I have no issue with it. I'd be shocked, to be honest with you. Like, I won't be surprised if he becomes an assistant here. I really don't. Nick Sirianni loves Frank Reich. Remember when we beat the Colts? Remember? This is for firing Frank Reich. Remember that? It's crazy, dude. Yeah, Kirk Johns. I don't think you're. I don't block anybody. And if you were blocked, I wouldn't see anything that you're putting down in the chat. So I don't think so. Appreciate the super chat, by the way, very much. John says, all the shit they talk to their fans made it personal. I've been looking at this game on the schedule all season. Reddick will be eat Purdy for dinner again. I hope Reddick has a big game. If there's all the people on defense that want to have a good game against the 49ers, it's going to be Hassan Reddick, no doubt. There's going to be some extra fire. And I hope to God it's not a shitty weathered game, because it seems like every game the Eagles play, it's bad weather. And that's a good thing because the Eagles are winning because of it, which is good. So Richie said, A.J. Brown, Smith, Julio Jones, Alma Zacchaeus, Quez Watkins status on the Eagles. A.J. Brown's fine. Smith is fine. I mean, obviously Smith had a knee injury, and look how he played. A.J. Brown is getting double-teamed a lot every week now. This is like the second half of the season is literally Devontae Smith now. Julio Jones is fine. I mean, everybody's fine. Quez Watkins I saw him in for a few snaps, but, I mean, nothing crazy. I'm shocked. That Zacchaeus touchdown was probably one of the most amazing throws I've seen this year. I gotta say. Extended the play to the left side, told Zacchaeus to go far back and just he's gonna throw it deep. And man, that what a fantastic friggin' throw. Man, said if Robert Salah gets fired by the Jets and Sean Desai leaves to become a head coach, I would like Robert Salah as our DC. Well, Desai ain't gonna become a head coach. It's not gonna happen. It's definitely not gonna happen. I don't see him being a hot commodity after this year. I don't. I'd say maybe one more year he'll be a hot commodity, but I don't think as of right now, I don't think so. We got 224 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the stream. I appreciate so much everybody coming in for the night. I tried to get Joe Castro on, but he didn't answer me all day. He must have been busy with work, so it's unfortunate because I really wanted him to join up. Philly 416 said, after Mike Mamula, the Eagles are scared to draft a linebacker in the first round. Oh. See. But that sounds kind of weird. Really? What? Does that even sound right? Rich said, if the Eagles hire Frank Reich as offensive assistant, then bring in Trey Burton as tight end. He is only 32 years old. What has been going on with him? I know he went to the Bears when we got rid of him. He went to the Bears as a free agent, and he signed a lot of money, and I think he was hurt. I think he got hurt a lot. 49ers offensive line is just Trent Williams. Their right side is not good. Matt says, I was a little too confused when people were saying we clinched the playoff berth because I saw nothing saying we did and no X by our name is standing, but I do think we possibly can beat the Niners. Yeah, I saw that we did. I saw that we did on multiple reports. I don't know if it was wrong or not. The Niners don't scare me. Somebody said Bradbury is alive. He had a good game. He had a really – it's not even the pick. Like, the pick was – it's not one of those interceptions where it just fell into his hands. Like, he got off his outside man, jumped in front of the route and on the inside corner, on the inside receiver, and just took it, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I was about to say Mamula. I was like, Mamula. I thought he was a defensive lineman. Karen says Robert Salah isn't getting fired. That dude can't even get his hands on a QB. He's a good defensive coordinator, though. Yeah. Good defensive coordinator, though. Tommy says it's supposed to rain Sunday. Jesus, again? Man, it's raining every weekend for this damn team. Rise says, stop being scared. Drafting a linebacker, just pick the right one. Yeah. They're not going to do it. They'll never do it. Chris says, what was the defensive end? Yep. Matthew says, Joey, who will be the next head coach fired and why? The next head coach fired? Probably Staley from the Chargers. He should get fired. He's been a horrible. I think there's good talent on that offense. I just think Staley has been keeping that. Speaking of a coordinator / head coach has been keeping an offense back. Staley from the Chargers has been keeping that offense back. I don't care if he hired a coordinator, but because he was calling the plays before this year, and he wasn't great, so not good at all. Not good at all. John says they will keep Salah on the job for a full season, they hope, with Rodgers. Matt says, Jake to me is the best kicker I've seen in a while to wear an Eagles uniform. Jake, let me tell you something, dude. That kick was – I didn't think we were going to get it. I honestly didn't think we were actually going to get it. I'm not even kidding. It was amazing, dude. I mean, 59-yard kick and with wind and not too much wind, but with rain, it's not easy, dude. That's not easy. That's probably the best kick, even if it's not the furthest kick. That was probably the hardest kick. I think Jake said that was the hardest kick, the most challenging kick he had to do. It's crazy, dude. Sean says Deebo Samuel is just a running back, can't get separation. Bradbury will easily lock him up. I love when Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was saying that shit to him like a few weeks ago. I was like, you're just a running back, dude. That's all you are. There's good weapons, man. I never question the weapons for San Francisco, but that quarterback is a liability, bro. Purdy is a fucking liability. He really is. Like, he's playing really good. Like, I'm not saying like I'm saying he's the weakest quarterback we're facing the last few weeks. The only way that Purdy's going to be good is if we can our defensive line can't hit home with this 4-man pass rush. They don't blitz the fifth guy or something like that. I honestly just don't think he can cut it when it comes to pressure. He's used to having really good protection, and that's one of the main issues. And I think the Eagles can get constant pressure on him. I hope, otherwise these underneath throws are going to be wide open and, got to make plays. So, Eagles have landed. I'm tired of the rain on Eagles game day. I agree. EC1 says, how many yards did Debo have on Bradbury? I don't even know. I don't remember. Cameron Holmes, what's going on, dude? He says, I wouldn't be surprised if Eagles go heavy O-line early in the draft next year, especially right tackle and Kelsey gone could go guard to fill in for Jerry. Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, they're definitely drafting offensive linemen. 100% they're drafting offensive linemen. All right. Why is... Nope. Philly D, I don't know why you're timing people out, but don't be doing that shit, dude. Don't be doing that shit. You're just timing people out for no reason. Why? Why are you timing people out? Oh. Don't be doing that. Chris says Purdy needs the situation to be perfect. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I feel like he needs to have that perfect situation. I mean, look, every quarterback needs a perfect situation. There's no doubt. Like, weapons all around, good in the trenches. But I don't think Purdy brings anything. I don't think Purdy brings anything to the table, man. I don't think Purdy brings anything to the table, really. He's got a good arm, but I think when it comes to getting pressure on him, he starts to flinch a little bit. So, Keem said, Bradbury going to be on Debo. I think it's going to be a hard day for Debo after calling JB trash. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that. I got you, Philly D. It's all good. As long as it's an accident, I don't care. I just don't like people getting timed out. If it was an accident, I gave you it back. I got you back. Kaz Hana 877 says the Eagles are way better than the Punas say we are. Man, we're lucky, guys. We're just getting lucky. We're lucky at 10-1 right now. We're way lucky right now. We're very lucky. Very, very, very lucky. Skip Bayless. That's all Skip Bayless said today. Dude, it's just it's just for views and clicks. That's all it is, bro. Like, Seth Joyner said this shit perfectly last night. He was like, dude, if it's not the Eagles, if the Eagles didn't beat Mahomes, if the Eagles didn't beat Josh Allen, it would be like the talk. The team who beats, if it was, because it's the Philadelphia Eagles beating Josh Allen, beating Patrick Mahomes, okay? It's why didn't KC's drops? There's always excuses. The Eagles never get any praise, and that's fine. The Eagles are 3-point underdogs going into Sunday. I think the league wants the Eagles to get to the Super Bowl, honestly. I mean, they're getting every bit of momentum. Like, they're getting every bit of momentum. Seriously, it's friggin' crazy, dude. It's really insane when you think about it. Can't let it bother us, man. Can't let it bother us. Donald Shipley, the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says Dan Cilio said it the beat for me. Why are we playing with the Super Bowl window with these expert coordinators? They need to go get experience. And I agree. I don't like the coordinators. I don't. Like, I support them. I support them just because they're a part of the team and that's it. We complain about the same shit every single week, okay? We complain about the same shit every single week, and I totally get it. Like I'm not a big fan of BrianJohnson's lack of his first half, no adjustments every first half almost looks the same with the Eagles. In the second half, they just look totally different. They start running with Swift a lot more. They add these creative plays with double running back sets. Like I don't know what the set is called, a pony or whatever they've done throughout the year. It's just a night and day. It's a night and day first half, second half. And I feel like they're doing this every single game, I can't blame the Bills game on the defense because by the end of the second quarter, that defense for the Eagles was gassed. They were tired. They were done. They were out. I'm surprised we didn't get a lot more penalties on defense, to be honest with you. Because usually when you're tired out like that, penalties start happening. You start getting lazy because guys are just literally tired, It's crazy. It's insane. I appreciate the super chat, by the way, very much. We're going to lose Milton Williams next year. Is he a free agent? He's playing really good this year. Signing Sue wouldn't be a bad idea. If they can't get Leonard, I would try to sign Sue this week, to be honest. It really depends on Sue himself if he wants to come back this early. I mean, he might wait a few more weeks, but it just depends. Who is the Eagles QB coach? I think it's Tanner, his name is. I forgot his name. His last name is Tanner. I know that. I forgot his first name. Alex Tanner. I forgot his name. Taylor Walker Devane says, Johnson low-key makes the size defense look bad with all those 3 and outs. Yeah, I know. I know. That's why when the defense was giving up yards, I can't even blame them because, like, your offense goes 3 and out. I mean, there was 2 series in the first half. Besides the one series that was 10 plays for a touchdown, the 2 series in the first half they had equal to, like, 6 yards. Like, they literally did nothing. Were afraid to run the ball. They were getting pass happy. I feel like they want to throw this dagger downfield and get these big chunk plays early. They try to get – what they do is in the first half, and I don't know why they do it every game, and it's not working, and they still go with it every single game, is they literally try to get those big chunk, big, like, dagger plays downfield. You know what I mean? They try to get on the other side of the field very quickly, and it just doesn't work. And you're not tiring out the defense. Got to tire out the defense. That's why you have to run the ball. You can't just play action, RPO. I mean, you know what I mean? It's screen pass, bubble screen. The bubble screen does nothing for this team, and they still do it. I don't get it. DK said our second quarters have been horrible. It's like the opposite of last year. Maybe because we always go to Gainwell in the second. Yeah, probably. Just like in this Bills game, they took out Swift, they put in Gainwell on a crucial third down. Gainwell goes on the backside motion, and that's when Hurts was bailing out to his right a lot in that Bills game, like a lot. And then he throws to Gainwell or tries to throw to him on the right sideline for a first down and doesn't get it. You know what I mean? Like, why not put Swift out? I'd rather have Swift out there as a wide receiver, at least when you put him out on backside motion. At least I know Swift can catch the ball like a receiver. I mean, literally. I mean, at least I know that. You know what I mean? Roji says our OC is in the first half. It's not cut. Yeah, I get it, dude. This is, guys, I don't think this is ever going to get fixed. I think there's like a sequence. This is just a sequence. That's just what they do. I don't think it's ever going to get fixed. I think this is just what we're going to have to deal with all year. It sucks, but John says, what do you think about bringing Frank Reich back as an advisor? No issue with it. I have no issue with it as an offensive assistant. I don't see why not. KOLC says Shaq Leonard going to the Cowboys would be a big-ass mistake for him. It's going to be. It's going to be. The Allspots said, let's just hope and pray after this year they get all 4 correct. tall task, though. Jackson McMullen says, what do you think about the QB draws? I think they work when they do work on specific downs, but I thought they did them. I thought they do them to a point where sometimes they're just not working, and then a lot of the times they do work. To win the football game, they did it. You know what I mean? Like, in the red zone, it works at times. And sometimes when you stretch out the defense a little bit, you widen everybody out, so this way Hurts. There's some good plays where Hurts will fake that he's going to pass, and then he just runs. And sometimes it does work, but they love to use it on third downs a lot. They love to do it. Because think of it, if it's a 3rd and long or, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, something like that. And most of the time, these defenses are going to play zone, or they're going to pull everybody back and keep everything underneath. But because these receivers, because you have so many weapons, they're getting so much attention downfield, Hurts has that advantage with his legs. And I don't think Hurts is 100% healthy at all. Like, I think Hurts looks a lot better than he did before the bye. 100%. I think he looks a lot faster. Is he at that point where he's 100% healthy, looking as fast as last year? Hell no. But I think he looks really good. I think he looks fantastic. A lot better than we've seen him, which is a great thing. Kay says, Jalen just got a man up and tell Johnson. Yeah, well, I've seen even I think this game, too, he went up to well, they have that relationship. If you're going through like a first half, you have you really have just one good series the whole entire first half, and your defense is struggling. I think they have that relationship where you can go up to him. Nick Sirianni, I feel like he gets so pissed off during games. Like, I don't know why he doesn't just quickly say something to him, or I don't know, like not cause like a huge thing to go down, but. Joe B, what's going on, dude? What is up? Weed says, go Birds regardless. Hold on. Drew says, the defense makes themselves look bad, though, when they can never get off the field on 3rd and long, just get off the field. Well, dude, I'm saying this. Like, I think the QB scramble drill is bad. Like, we can't. Mahomes got runs on us. Josh Allen, man, like that guy looks clumsy as fucking shit. Josh Allen looks so clumsy when he runs with the football in his hands. I swear to God, it's the most clumsy looking shit I've ever seen, and it works. 3rd and long. You're giving up a 3rd and long, and that's it. We're bad at it. That's why I'm saying going into next week with Brock Purdy, like, it doesn't scare me at all because it's Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is protected by assets on this offense for the 49ers. Brock Purdy has nothing else to do besides a good arm, and when he gets on a roll, the coordinator knows how to use him where he could stay in rhythm the whole entire game. But as like a standpoint of, if he's getting chased around the field, can he make the big play? I don't think he can most of the time consistently. I don't think so. Matt says, yeah, it's funny how they think that they own us, Philly 416. They must be confusing us with the Cowboys. I don't know. These Niner accounts, I think, are Cowboy accounts. Like, I swear to God, I don't have Niner fans on my channel. I have like one that I actually know. But other than that, I think it's all like BS. I think Cowboy fans are afraid to show up in these chats at times. Like, literally, like they've wasted almost every week watching us play. Probably wasted 3.5 hours of their night last night just to watch us literally come back and win the game. I saw some guys come in the chat. I'm gonna remember. I know who those people are. I saw some Cowboy fans just they would leave a comment and start laughing. I know who those people are. And now they're quiet. Matt said, what's crazy? The Seahawks don't even scare me either, but we don't got them until a few weeks from now. Yeah, we have a little bit. Philly 416, yeah, man. After Sunday, our only thing we're going to own is their ass in their mouth. Ball Eagle Brad said, BrianJohnson needs some credit for improving red zone. Yeah, that's, you know what? I totally forgot about that. I've totally forgotten about that. Dude, how did I forget about that? The red zone is a lot better now. How the fuck? How have I not talked about that? Dude, I remember we were talking about that every single week. I mean, damn, Bald Eagle, that's a really good take because I don't think none of us have talked about it at all. Me and Philly haven't talked about it. I got to bring that up next time because the red zone is a lot better than it has been. I mean, fantastic. That was actually a good point, man. Props to you, man, for that because I didn't even, kind of crazy. Wheezy, what's going on? Says Smitty was one of the best players on the field last night. Hell yeah, dude. This is the second half of the season is Devontae Smith, man. Over 100 yards, 8 receptions, 7 receptions, whatever it is. Let me know how much does Smitty. Somebody search it up. How many yards does Smitty have right now? We need them to hit that. We need both of these guys to hit 1,000. I know AJ's are already over 1,000. We need Smitty to hit over 1,000 yards. Reggie says Dolphins to sign veteran Pierre Paul. Yeah, they lost. Because they lost. What's it called? They lost that guy to Achilles injury. They're one of their good edge rushers. Is that the dude that did this shit? That pissed me off, dude. I can't stand guys that do that. It's so annoying. I get really pissed off. Debo's a punk. I love. Yeah, dude. I agree. I mean, Debo is man. He runs his mouth. That guy runs his mouth like crazy, dude. No joke. Matt says, yeah, red zone looked way better than it is in a while. It's true. Joshua White said, I think I saw the media say the Eagles are 7 out of 7 in the last red zone visits. Damn, that's really good. Yeah, dude, that's just crazy how I never thought of that. You know what's funny? I'm good with them favoring Niners over us. We love being. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Why? I'm not even mad over us being underdogs. That's just that's just more ammo for us to use in this game. I have no issue with it. 738? Damn. Shit. Well, I think there's enough time. There's definitely enough time. I think he can hit it. 738, 5 touchdowns. I think he can hit it. Philly 416 says keep receipts. I don't keep receipts. I don't care because I don't focus my content on that. I don't care. I don't care. Richie says the South Florida native Pierre Paul, who signed with the New Orleans Saints, to confirm he would join the Dolphins. The post on his Instagram account Monday night. Yeah, they need help. 49ers own Philly says Joey blocked me. Oh, so you're either a Cowboys fan or you're a so-called Niners fan. This has got to be MG or this has got to be Niners all damn day or it's one of those accounts. I'm not stupid. It's one of those stupid accounts. And I say stupid because there's got to be a reason. So Don said also it might be Nick's game plan in the first half and then BJ takes over in the second. Is that what everybody's thinking? But dude, I don't see Nick Sirianni with we don't see Nick Sirianni calling plays. That's what I'm saying, dude. We don't see it though. Like if we were seeing him read off a clipboard, then it'd be very easy to tell. Don said it's funny. I was watching the Colin Cowherd show, and whoever assistant first thing he said was, "Well, the Niners will beat Philly this Sunday." I'm like, damn, can the show start first? Sean says, Philly shake. Do you think Slay has regressed a little bit? I don't think entirely, but I think a little bit. I think we're starting to see he's been very, very grabby this year. Very grabby this year. I think there's a little bit of age showing, but I still think he has enough in the tank for him to. I don't know. He's got one more year left on his deal next year. Bradbury's got 2 more years. You have a lot of corners on this roster going into next offseason. Eli Rogers, another guy that you have from the Colts, that's that's suspended for the whole year because of gambling. That's another corner that could play inside to outside, could play special teams. I mean, the Eagles have a lot of depth. Big Mike says, do you think they give Hurts the freedom to audible to different play call in the second half that contributes to the second half success? Oh, 100%. Yeah, we've noticed it for a while. We've noticed that. I think Jalen Hurts is given freedom, which is a good thing because if he sees a matchup that is favoring the Eagles, he's favoring the offense in general. He's going to do it. I like that they do that. They don't handcuff Jalen Hurts. And like I said, I think it's really between like the relationship between Brian Johnson and Jalen Hurts, and I think that really does help too. Isaiah Joeyshakes says they need to get Julio involved, make this offense more scary, man. I know he still has to take one-on-one deep shot early in the game to see what we actually have. I'm tired of them using him too conservative. Yeah, I don't know I don't know why Julio is used. They really haven't given him. He's got 1 touchdown. I mean, he had a touchdown a few weeks ago, but they really haven't done much. They really haven't done much with him. They've had him lined up. I mean, some blocking involved. They've used him on the bubble screens the past couple weeks, which I don't know why they're using him for that. Out of all the fucking players, you're using him on bubble screens. I don't get it. So, the bubble screen shit I can't stand. Can't stand that shit. We said Smitty is going to hit 1,000 yards easy. 738 is a lot for a number 2 receiver, but he's not a number 2. We've got 2 legit number 1 pass catchers. Go Birds regardless. Yeah, dude. Number 1A, number 1B. That's what it is. I think it's going to happen. Definitely. We might have 1,000-yard running back. We might. I mean, I don't know if it's updated. Swift has what? He has over 700. 690 for the year right now? I think he had 80-something yards on 14 carries. I think for last night. Lays Eagle 215 says, "Yo, hit the like and what's going on, Lays?" 249 in the chat. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Like the stream if you guys have it. Like the stream up like crazy if you guys have it. Appreciate it so much. Drew says Smitty will go over well over 1,000. When AJ was on a pace for 2K, I knew it would balance out a lot more. Yeah. Why are they not lining up in tight end packages? Well, because they'd rather use both of their number 1 guys. Plus, they don't have Goddard right now. I mean, who are you using? Jack Stahl and who else? They haven't give Albert O really too much. Albert O, they trade. I think Albert O is going to be a really good player here, just not given much opportunity. They kept 4 tight ends on the roster this year, which I thought was really weird. It was already enough they kept 7 corners, 7, 8 corners. I forgot how much. 7 corners, 4 tight ends, 4 running backs. So they don't even use one of them. 770. Oh, so it did. So it's weird. ESPN doesn't update this stuff until 24 hours. His yards will be there for the game, but the yards for the overall yards for the players don't update till the next day. So, oh damn, he's almost hitting 800 yards. Damn, I would love for Devontae Smith and Swift to have over 1,000 yards. That'd be nice. Johnson, 9 seasons for Dak and 2 playoff wins. Yep. Let's see here. 49ers on Philly said, "Have you, Joey? Did you see what AJ posted?" Yeah, I saw that he posted. I think the clip of Deebo Samuel, I think, came up on James, calling James Bradbury trash, and then I think AJ said go. I think AJ Brown told Eagle fans to troll Deebo or something like that. I think that's what happened, which I seen. I'm gonna have an entire video on the 49ers, like probably the next day or two. I'm gonna have an entire video on all the bullshit since last year and everything. So it should be very comical. I have a lot of stuff that I've saved, so we'll see. A-Stacks, what's going on, man? He says, hey, Joey, how are you doing? And the game had my heart racing. Yeah, the Eagles can't do this to us. Sorry, it's my allergies. If I'm rubbing my nose a million times, it's my allergies. It hasn't been great. Yeah, dude, it's been crazy. That was probably the worst game of the season. Well, the best game of the season, entertainment-wise, but the worst game for us Eagle fans having to deal with. Worse. Chris says, Pro Football Reference updates quick. Yeah, the ESPN's not good. ESPN. I was about to say, I was like, wait a second. I was like, how's he have 690 yards still? I thought he had a lot more. I thought that was last week's numbers, but I kind of got confused. Taj Debo isn't good. He's more like a running back. He can't even make a good route. Cowboys want to be us so bad. Housecat said this is such a low-tier quality trolling. That's how it is, dude. I mean, you're 10-1, and, like, I wouldn't have the balls to run into a chat, right? I mean, I wouldn't have the balls to go into a chat and, like, try to say shit. I'm not even kidding. Roji said, me too, Joe. I believe they will get 1,000 yards with this video. I hope so. 10-1, dude. 10-1. How about that? 10-1. Dude, the Eagles deal with injuries every week. They deal with adversity every week. They played in bad weather. They've won from behind. They've won. I mean, they've done almost everything. Jalen Hurts has won with his legs. He's won with his arm. I mean, it's just crazy, dude. We don't realize how good we have it right now. We really don't. We're bitching every week. At 10-1, we're still bitching about shit, but that's just what we do. We love our team. Before we know it, JoJo says, Goddard out this week. Heard he's pushing to play. That's the rumor right now. He's pushing to play is the rumor. Blake said, did Quez get any snaps? He did, actually, but not much. Matt says, apparently Goddard could return against the Niners this week, but I think they will save him for the second Dallas game. Yeah, we'll see what happens. If he's like 100% healthy, it would be really tough for me not to play him this week. Cowboys 87 says, yeah, 10-1 fraud teams, Joeyshakes stacks ready. Dude, you sound like you're 14, bro. Like, you sound like you're like a young kid that has no idea what to do with himself watching football. Lady says, Gamewell is going to piss me off, bro. I swear to God, this guy can't stop turning the fucking ball over. I know. That was on Gainwell, too. Like, he dropped the ball right in his chest, and the man didn't even see it. I mean, he didn't even didn't even know it was going to him. It's crazy shit. It's crazy, dude. Jim says 222 in the chat. Hit the like. I appreciate it so much, man. Definitely hit the like button if you guys haven't. Definitely. Ratchy, what's going on, dude? Also, Skip Bayless says this morning the Eagles got lucky. Yeah, whatever. Seriously, dude, like the only reason why Undisputed is like a top show is because of him. Skip Bayless is the reason why everything, like, that's why, like, when. And it's true because I heard that from some news today on some things, but I don't know. It's just really annoying. I already knew they weren't going to get respected at all. I mean, I don't care about it. It doesn't matter. So there's a Dolly singing "We Are the Champions." That's what Cowboys fans. Damn, why did you take a song from Queen and you turn into that? Dude. It's crazy, bro. You take a classic from Queen and that's what you turn it into. That's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. Michael, I think the Zacchaeus catch was the best catch of the game. I think it was the best catch of the game. That was the best throw I've seen. I mean, seriously, like that shit was a crunch time throw. That shit was nuts. I was shocked over that shit. Chilling, bro. Same old shit, different day. You know how it is. Ryan said, I heard Darius Leonard will visit the Philadelphia Eagles the day after tomorrow. Yeah, really? By the way, Ryan Roman is my news guy, by the way. He always messages me. Make sure to follow Ryan Roman on Twitter. He is pretty much my news guy that lets me know of everything. And I shout out to you, Ryan. That's really good news. If he's adding Philly the day after Dallas, that's a good sign. That's the Cowboy fans don't even know claim Skip Dipshit is one of their own, how bad that is. I don't even think Skip is a real Cowboys fan. He does shit for a lot of clicks. He throws out his jerseys in the garbage, then he picks it. It's all an act, dude. Jen says Shaq is going to visit the Cowboys tomorrow. Curtis Sharp says some of the Cowboys fans weren't even there. They were. Let me see. Let me check, actually. I don't know. We'll find out. If I see any news on like him visiting Philadelphia, it would be pretty damn cool. But we'll see what happens though. Donkey said, "Well, Joey, what kind of graphics card do you have?" I have a 3070 Tri-Fan MSI, an RTX 3070. Does the quality look better? I actually, because to be honest with you, I haven't really put like good settings on for OBS ever. This is the first time. Well, not the first time on this channel I've used it. So I want to try something different tonight. I'm sorry for the background. Everything's very plain. I just want to kind of, I don't know. I kind of want to test this out, see how it was gonna go. Trailer says, what Jerry Jones' girlfriend performing during their game was extremely disturbing. Bland didn't do shit to Smith. Yeah. Well, Deron Bland didn't do a damn thing against the Eagles. That's the truth. Yeah, Barnett went to Houston. He got claimed by Houston. Ryan Roman, what's your Twitter? Yeah, Ryan Roman, put your Twitter, Ryan, put your link. Put your Twitter link in the chat. I can't wait to beat him either, bro. I'm pumped. Joe BC, Gainwell is undersized for running back. Let's be honest. Opposing defenses don't take him serious, and that's why Hurts struggles when he's in. I feel like when Howie drafted him in the 5th round, I feel like every year, like Howie Roseman is forcing the coaching staff to get him involved every year. Gainwell's got what? Another year left on his deal after next year, or after this year. I don't think, I think as a rotational guy he's fine, but as a guy I think his snaps have lessened, but the mistakes just keep happening with him, like little things. He's had turnovers before. I just don't think he's like, I think once Kenneth Gainwell leaves the Philadelphia Eagles, he will be nothing. He'll be another Josh Adams. He'll be another Wendell Smallwood. He'll be nothing on another team. He won't even be a rotational guy on another team. He won't even be a special teams player. This offensive line could literally make any running back look great. But when you get a steal and you get a guy like DeAndre Swift for a 25 4th-round pick, nothing. Getting him for nothing. You know, it's crazy. Hey, what's going to happen to that asshole that pushed the fan? That guy was that 97, he was a scumbag, dude. That guy on the Bills is a scumbag. He did a couple things in that game that really pissed me off. I think he threw Kenneth Gainwell to the ground, like, aggressively for no reason. Yeah. There's Ryan Roman's Twitter. Make sure you follow him. If you guys haven't, just try to follow him if you can. Click the link and follow him. Donald says Swift needs about 18 to 20 carries again. Yeah, I mean, they're not going to give him that, though, right now. Right now, they won't give him that. We're going to start to, like, once we get into the playoffs, like, we're going to start to really keep our eye on, like, dude, they need to play Swift a lot. A shit ton. Jim said, hopefully for the rest of the year. K. Robinson says, Hurts was at the Sixers game and Sixers blow out the Lakers by 44. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, I saw the video of him at the Lakers game. That's awesome. I love how Hurts is just, like, he's so selfless. And, like, I just love the way he is. He's always been so selfless, man. Jim said they want to drug test that player. Yank said, what a game. What a game is right. Tyler says, love using Swift. The offense gets a spark. That's what I'm saying, dude. Every time Swift has a big carry, it just, like when they did the fast-paced offense, I love that with Swift. And even using Boston Scott on some plays is great. I like using a lot of these guys is awesome. Ryan said, I sent you where you heard Darius Leonard visiting the Eagles after Cal. I got to check this out. I got to check this out right now. Who is this? Let's see. Clay Harbor said, Adam Schefter just said Pat McAfee showed the Bears called about Derek Barnett before. Blah, blah, blah. Who is Tim M? Who is this? Yeah, I don't know. This guy's got 1,000. He's followed by, this guy's followed by E-Rock, and he's followed by NFL Rumors. So this guy's actually followed by NFL Rumors. He says that Schefter said, and apparently Schefter said it on the show, Leonard visiting the Eagles after Dallas. Huh. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. Can't complain about that. It's always good to. I mean, holy shit! They have. I mean, the problem is if they want him to play this week, he's got to sign on Tuesday and he's got to sign. I don't know. It's gonna be too late. Does he have enough time to practice and play? I don't think it's going to be enough time for him to play. I don't think it's enough time. Ratchet Boy TV says, it's no fucking QB like Hurts. I don't care if you say Mahomes. No Mahomes. Don't got his poise. Calm, controlled demeanor. Nobody could do that. Hurts doing maybe Brady. That's it. Dude, it's calm, cool, and collective, dude. The come-behind wins, okay? The trailing wins that they have, I mean, that's Mahomes-esque, but I think it's a whole new level. If Hurts doesn't get MVP this year, I mean, Hurts is front runner right now. I mean, by a landslide. I'm sorry, but there's no quarterback that's doing this right now. If you're not even looking at statistics and you're really looking at like the way the team is playing and the way that Hurts puts the team on his back the way he does, it's night and day, dude, between other quarterbacks. I think Jalen Hurts is in a whole different he's in a whole different category above all these other quarterbacks. And I agree, dude. I totally agree. We're so lucky to have not only a really good quarterback, but his work ethic, his demeanor, the way he gravitates players towards him, I mean, who doesn't want to play with this guy? Really? Who doesn't want to play with him? He is so mature for his age. He's not like flashy. He's not going out to clubs. He's not one of those dudes that there's a lot of quarterbacks that might say things that Jalen Hurts says, but they just don't pan out. Like a lot of it's a lot of talk and no show. Hurts is all show. Hurts is all fucking show. You know? Kara said Leonard might not be healthy enough this season. What's up, Joey? 10-1, let's go. Who's playing tonight, by the way? Bills Shaq lost and apologized for confronting the Eagles fan. Lawson says the fan made threatening statements towards the to players and their families. I don't even believe that. I think they just – I don't know if that was even true, to be honest. I don't know if that was even true. Dobbs sucks. Oh, the Vikings are playing? Damn, what happened, dude? The Vikings are falling. Is Justin Jefferson even playing tonight? I haven't even put on the game today, so I don't even know. I'd rather have Hurts win Super Bowl MVP. No, I mean, yeah, I don't really talk about MVP that much. When it's talked about, you know, he's definitely the front runner right now. Definitely the front runner, no doubt. Ryan says we just have to wait and see how his visit goes with the Cowboys. Yeah. Kerr says Hurts is laser focused and always looking for ways to improve. He's a great asset to the team. Yeah, it's true. I mean, always, like, doesn't matter. He doesn't, and then crazy, like 10-1, and he just seems like it's this. This team's 10-1, and he acts like it's. I just love how he doesn't get too high or get too cocky or just, you know, takes it for granted. Like, just, oh, look at me. Look how good I am. Like, he's not like that, dude. It's crazy. It's insane. Tyler said, Jalen Hurts is a true, genuine man. He's humble and poised. We are blessed to have him playing for us. I agree, man. This guy has been injured all year, and look what he's been doing. Eagle Slayer says, I love Hurts to death, but I just can't put him ahead of Mahomes. Hurts is having a better year, however. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, of course, you know, Mahomes has a couple Super Bowls. Like, I get it, like, as a career, but, you know, I think consistently, if you have Jalen Hurts on your team every single year, I think not only the front office trusts what they put around him, and they'll take chances and sacrifice cap, and they'll pay players, and they'll put weapons around Jalen Hurts. They're not afraid to do that, and you know, I think there's good things are happening, man. I mean, this is, you know, Jalen Hurts. I mean, you can't complain, dude. I mean, technically, it's like his second year as a starter. Technically, it's not really his. Technically, he just started last year. Technically, his true realistic year was last year. You know, it's crazy. Ryle, what's going on, dudes? The man shakes. Hurts out here with one knee while competing against the toughest schedule and dealing with atrocious play calling with the first-year OC, and he's 10-1. Mentally, it's off the charts. Yeah, it's totally true, man. It's overwhelming. This Serrano says Bills had 13-22 third down conversions. That's a crazy number. We have to be better. If not, we're screwed. Yeah. Third down, we were horrible. Third and long, we were pretty bad. I mean, Josh Allen just killed us on the scrambles. I mean, badly. Killed us on the scrambles. I think with some of these games, Desai depends on that four-man pass rush way too much. He's got to get a fifth guy in there. I don't get what these linebackers are doing, even when, I mean, I don't when these quarterbacks start escaping the pocket, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Matt says Carson quits would never do the things Hurts is doing right now, and that's for sure the mentality of night and day. Yeah, that's obvious. That's obvious. Yeah, I mean, yeah, mentality. When you say Jalen Hurts, when you say Carson Wentz, I say mentality, and that's the big problem. Ryan says I've been following Jalen Hurts since his Alabama years. That's great, dude. That's awesome. Yes, Tori says we should have known he had something with Hurts when he drugged the trash 21 team in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, that was the start. I mean, to get into the playoffs, obviously you went to the wild card round and you really didn't do much. I mean, that team fell apart in literally less than 10 minutes. We just couldn't last in that game against Tom Brady. I mean, we just couldn't do it, unfortunately. But yeah, it was good things to come after that. ROG says, does AJ Smitty, Kelsey Cox, Swift, and Brandon get signed before the season's over? Not before the season's over, no. Nah, AJ Brown will be like another year. Smitty is up for an extension. Smitty's going to get extended. I'm not worried about that. Kelsey, it depends on, obviously. I think Kelsey could play another 2-3 years at this point. If they win a chip this year, Kelsey's probably going to retire. I wouldn't doubt it. Fletcher Cox really depends on him, and I don't see Fletcher Cox playing anywhere else. Brandon Graham said he would never play in another uniform. He calls it quits. He calls it quits. You know what I mean? I think, that's part of it, It's a big part of it. Tyler said Blankenship is having a great year. He's top 5 right now for safety. Yeah, the last couple games against even against KC, he made some really good tackles. This game, too, against the Bills, he was a tackling machine this game. Coverage wasn't too bad, but we didn't really do great coverage-wise on a lot of plays, but especially third down. But when you cover that backside pretty good, and you can literally because really you're the last, as a safety, you're like the last defense. And from big chunk yards happening if they get through to the second level. And he made a lot of good tackles from that happening. I mean, really good. Really, really good. So, hey, I'm proud, man. Reed's and Kevin Byard's starting to, come up a little bit too, which is good. He's making some plays now. He's starting to get a little bit of attention, which is good. Yo, Bacon, what's up, dude? Hope you're having a good night, man. Matt says, even though we hated the pick the time it hurts, I'm so glad it ended up being a good thing for us. I agree. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious why we hated it. We hated the pick because we were paying a quarterback, and a second round pick should be starting on the field. I mean, that's just what it should be. I don't want AJ Brown to leave. I don't think they're both leaving, dude. And the good thing about the situation with A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts is that they're best friends. And I understand, like, a lot of good things could happen from that. And I think the front office is going to have a lot to say, too, because obviously, they cater. The front office definitely caters to Jalen Hurts a lot. Jalen Hurts, told the front office, let's go sign him. Jalen Hurts is the reason why A.J. Brown's here. The main reason why A.J. Brown's here. No doubt. Who's around says Cox, Graham, and Kelsey will definitely retire after this year. Yeah, we'll see. I won't say all of them are going to retire, but we'll see. Joby said, Wentz is the softest QB in the league. I watched your video about him, Joey. All the rumors about him over the years about a locker room cancer, they were true. And no, it was true. It was. Darren Sproles came out with news a year ago. Darren Sproles talked to Kay Adams about the whole situation, and he was bringing everybody down. And I mean, you got those Carson Wentz fans. I think Carson's a nice guy. I have no issue with him as a person. But when it comes to him in sports and being a starting quarterback, he was handed everything on a silver platter, man. After he left here, he was handed a Colts offense on a silver platter. Then he went to a better team with Washington on a silver platter. No, Frank Reich is the main reason why he had a starting job after Philly. He's the main reason. Then we're starting to wonder, damn, they should have probably traded him after the 17 season, to be honest, because they probably would have had a lot of picks if they traded Carson Wentz and kept Nick Foles. So it's already done with. I'm tired of talking about it. I mean, I saw those videos come out, and he looks so pissed off, and I get it. Like, Hurts gets benched in a championship game at Alabama, and he's just happy for the team after they won. Like, not one look of, like, it should have been me, or disgruntled over it. This guy was just so pissed, and you could tell by his body language and his movements. And so if it hurts this many, comes from a Bama pedigree championship, and it's coming from and this is coming from an LSU fan. So Christian Ellis is a gargantuan liability. The 49ers are going to go after him all day. We'll see what happens the rest of this week. Chris says Wentz's mind and body were made of glass. That's true. Every time the Eagles commit to Swift, good things happen. It's what we say every single week, man. Every single week we say the same shit. Same shit every week. Matt says he ended up proving Jenkins and Alshon right in the end. Yeah, it's true. Were you high? What's going on, dude? He said, people are going to talk about that Darius Slay holding call. That should have been called. Oh, well, it wasn't called. We don't pay refs, dude. It's happening every week now. It's just, there's holding. I've never seen it so bad with a team like this. The Eagles are getting away with this shit every single week. It's annoying, dude. It's annoying. Enough's enough with this shit. Every time I go on Twitter, it's the same shit. I see the same people every single week, like, just, there's holding, there's bad calls. This game, I wouldn't even say there were really a lot of bad calls in this game, to be honest. Really, I didn't really see that many bad calls. It's crazy. Rashi Boy says Carson Wentz was hanging on Nick Foles after the Super Bowl win when he watched Hurts outplay and outwork him against all odds. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, dude. What's up, Cowboy X Factor? You see what says a lot of boo-hoos last year, a lot of crying, a lot of what if, a lot of this, a lot of what. They get a chance to come back in here. Yeah, I was just on Reddit saying that. This team is this. I'm telling you, like, they're going to run their mouth all week. 49ers are going to run their mouth this week. I already could see it. Remember before the NFC Championship game last year, they said they were the more physical team, and they came in and they became the most physical team, all right. Dobbs has 4 picks. Yikes. Joe B said you could always tell when the game was too big for Wentz. He started getting the crater acne all over his face. Nice dude, but soft ego. I agree. Matt said they also going to cry about Reddick getting his in Allen's jersey a bit as well, but oh well, is what it is. Well, I don't think he grabbed I think he grabbed the jersey. I don't think it was a horse collar because he grabbed the jersey. It was a jersey grab. I don't think that was horse collar. It may look like it by the way he's doing it, but I don't think so. Brand says Bradbury and Slay aren't different players than they were last year. The issues for Philly on defense is the scheme. Oh yeah. I think part of it's the scheme, and I think it's not fitting to, like, Slay's not a zone corner. He's not. Slay's not a zone guy. Bradbury's not a zone guy. He's a bigger corner that you could put him back a few yards, but he's not a pure zone guy. I think that's an issue too. What's going on, Phil? Said the Bills player who pushed the fan. He posted on IG how it was death threats. I called him out on that post, calling it from a liar. New video was just post of what was said. No death. Yeah, dude, it's bullshit. They only said the family death threats because they didn't want to embarrass themselves. That guy's a piece of shit. He was a piece of shit all game, dude. He was a piece of shit all game, that guy. No doubt. Eagles says Reddick will have 4 sacks and Sweat will have 2. Reddick's going to go off, dude. He's going to go off. Lynn says, this defense scheme is more of a man coverage and zone mix. That's why your DBs look bad with the bend, don't break, but still 10-1. I know. I hate it, but it's what we have to deal with, man. It's what we have to deal with, Linda. Black said, if the Eagles beat the Cowboys later on, the Eagles win the NFC East division. Oh, yeah. I mean, if they beat the Cowboys, it's I think it's a wrap if they beat the 49ers. I think it's already done. I think it's done. Like, the Lions losing on Thanksgiving was huge, depending on what they do next week and the rest of the weeks. They beat the 49ers, I think it's done. Because even if they split with the Cowboys, just saying, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if they split with the Cowboys, then the Cowboys are going to be a game behind. And the Eagles will have Seattle, the Giants, Arizona, the Giants. I think if they beat the 49ers, I think they're set. David Mac Perez says, when the Eagles do figure out rotation, who plays good with who, it's over. Us Eagles fans don't want to hear no one cry about it. These adjustments are really important. They're really important. And they make the good adjust. I just need to see a little bit of a shift in the first half. I mean, that's really all I got to see. It's really all I got to see. Robert says, if and when Max comes back, I feel much better. He's sure tackler and great in coverage. He's just made of tissue paper. Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's a good chance he comes back in the playoffs. There's a big chance Max comes back. Big chance. But then it's like, if he comes back, man, it's going to take. He's got to play perfect when he comes back off injury. And when you get into your first game off injury, you don't feel like yourself. It might take a couple games. That's the only problem with starting somebody in the playoffs or coming back from injury to the playoffs. I mean, 4 injuries in 2 years. I mean, that's a lot of injuries. It's a lot. Dallas Goedert gets injured too much too. The last 2 years, Dallas Goedert. I mean, these aren't just injuries from himself. These are forced injuries. He got face masked during Washington last year, which wasn't his fault. Resulted in when we weren't undefeated anymore. We kind of got screwed on that a little bit. Smitty says, "Cry, Feagles, cry." Joe B says, hearing Skip Bayless stroke the Cowboys after each game makes me sick. I'm sick of this narrative that other teams have a way with a win to us. Yeah, I know, dude. It's how it is. Every time we beat a good team, it's all about what KC did and what KC didn't do, what the Bills didn't do. If the Bills did this, if KC did this. It's like if any other team besides the Eagles beat KC or the Bills or Miami, they would be praising them. Because it's the Philadelphia Eagles, that's what happens. Listen, Eagles have to get back to dominating time of possession. That's the problem. And, Linda, hear this. Every time the Eagles have that one drive in the second half to put a team away, they can't get it done. The Eagles always have a shot to put a team away. Okay? And they can never get it done. There was like it was a 3 and out. They didn't get a yard. They didn't get a freaking yard. I forgot what series that was. It was in the fourth quarter. They could have wasted so much time on the clock. Could have put up a nice scoring drive. And they could have put that team away instead of going into overtime and kicking a 59-yard field goal and dealing with all that shit. And they just make it so much harder on themselves. They always have a chance to put teams away. They've done it so many times this year where there's that one drive. Oh, let's just waste time. We'll be good. We can put them away right now. And they pass 3 times. Throw a dagger to A.J. Brown. They threw a dagger to A.J. Brown down the field. They saw the coverage from Rasul Douglas, and it's like, oh, let's just throw it downfield. Try to get a PI call. They always do that shit. Every time. Pisses me off. I hate that shit. Jam said on the supposed horse collar play, Allen wasn't going down at the point is a player allowed to tackle him. These big-ass QBs fight to stay up and cry when the linemen have to be more physical. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. That the league wants to protect these quarterbacks as much as possible. I get it. I mean, I totally get it, but I hate it. Brand says the Shanahan system doesn't usually work against good defenses. Chris says it's the best to just avoid the national sports media. I don't watch any of that shit. I don't. The only time I see stuff from national sports media is when it's on Twitter. Clips. That's all I see. I don't actually sit and watch Undisputed. I don't sit on my ass all day and watch this or watch that. I don't watch any of these shows. I don't care because they're the worst bit of information. I'd rather listen to a YouTuber that covers sports than listen to one of those fucking guys on national television that gets paid millions of dollars. I'd rather listen to somebody else on YouTube that covers sports than these so-called professionals that give a shit about stats and have their own narrative on every fucking thing, and all of them hating the same team every single week because you're a Cowboys fan. Or I mean, you should keep the bias shit out of TV, but you keep the bias shit on TV because it gives the TV show ratings. It gives them views. It keeps things entertaining and interesting. It's the fucking Jerry Springer show every time we're watching sports, national media sports news on television. That's why it's popular, because it's entertaining and anybody loves entertainment. Tyler Christian says, imagine we blow if I got the 49ers 50-0. That would be amazing. Yeah, that'd be great. That's not going to happen. But I think it's I think this is the game where the Eagles can really, really do some good things here. They can make this look like a totally different game. Listen, better content comes from content like Joey and a few others online instead of listening to the narrative crap. Oh, look, like I'm nothing special at the end of the day. Like, I just cover stuff and like give my opinion on things. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. But at the end of the day, like, every loss, I show up. Every win, I show up. And as long as I'm consistent all year and I'm having fun doing this, that's it. That's all it is. The difference between me and you guys is that I show my face on camera. Other than that, there's no difference between me and you. You know, you guys are the MVPs. You guys make this channel what it is. And every other channel that's, I wouldn't say this is a successful channel, but I mean, it's not much, but it's something to where I could talk to everybody and have a good time. And, you know, like, you guys make this what it is at the end of the day. So that's the truth. I don't take this shit for granted at all because I'll never change. I don't give a fuck if I have 50 million subscribers. It wouldn't matter. I mean, that'll never happen, but, you know, I appreciate it, though. So that really, really sounded confident. Yeah, I mean, 10-1 is pretty damn confident for me. Pretty confident for me. Eagle Star says, yeah, but you know your stuff. That's why. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I played football. I played Division II. I didn't play Division II for that long. I played for a little bit. I didn't play for that long. You know, like, I know somewhat of the game, but I've been a football fan my whole life. But appreciate it. 41-29ers. I mean, good try, but no. I mean, you're trying. You're trying too hard. Another loss to the Bears. So that must have been a really ugly game. That must have been a really ugly game. The last playoff spot in the NFC is going to go to obviously. What? The Saints are out, right? The Saints look like shit. I mean, the Saints are going to be out. So that's how that goes. But yeah, I mean, we've been on for, I don't know how long we've been on for. We've been on for a while. Sometimes time just, yeah, an hour, almost 2 hours. Holy shit. I don't look at the time. Half the time, I don't even look at the time. But I appreciate everybody joining the chat today, talking about the Eagles and kind of doing our little recap and going over some of the new news. I have a video already done for tomorrow. Just got to do a thumbnail on it. Some more news for tomorrow. We'll have, I can't wait to put out my 49ers video for the week, or at least a couple of them. One, I'm definitely going to put something out. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. But yeah, you guys have a great day. We'll have videos out, and then Friday we'll do another stream. We might have a special guest on Friday. I don't know yet, but we'll see. And yeah, prepared and ready to go. So, you guys have a great day. 10-1, love it so much, and I will see you guys. Yeah, I will see you guys later this week. You guys enjoy it. Enjoy this win for the next couple days, and then we're going on to the 49ers. So we're already ready for the next one already and stuff like that. So, all right, you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes go up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.